Hey there, if you're new to the channel, you want to learn everything there is to know about living in New Smyrna Beach and surrounding areas, you come to the right place. My name is Matt Ecall. I'm a local real estate expert. I'm here to share everything from the best neighborhoods to the hottest spots around town. Listen, we get phone calls, emails, text messages, Zoom invites every day from people just like you wanting to move to the beach. So whether it be in 2 days, 20 days, or 200 days, please don't hesitate to reach out. We would love to help you move to the beach. Today, Rachel and I are touring the notorious Seawoods/Sea Mist. I know I say this a lot, that if you live in New Smyrna Beach, you probably know somebody that lives here. This is no joke. This is a 55+ acre community with over 1,000 units in it. These are second homes, your primary residence, your investment properties. We're gonna tour a unit today, a villa. We're gonna check out the amenities and check out everything it has to offer. We're gonna do it as quick as we can because this place is huge and has a ton of stuff. So come join us. Let's have a good day.
All right, so we are in Sea Mist. We are going to look at one of the units in here today. It's the only one that we're going to be able to go in and see, but it'll give you a good example of what these cottage style, there's different style homes that are back here, and these are more of the cottage style ones, closer to the beach side. So these properties were built between 1983 and 1988. This one's a little more updated. This particular property is $410,000, and it is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. So let's go see what we got. Cute little starfish. They did redo the floors in here. They're solid tile floors that kind of have like a wood look. They're really nice, especially for tracking in sand, as we do. So it opens right up into this little kitchenette area, and they put this bar cart here to kind of give you an extra space to do food. Cute little pineapple fixture. There's not a whole lot to the kitchen as far as the kitchen goes, but it's definitely a good space. It's got tile work on the ceiling that they had done, and then it has a little kitchenette eating area, and then right into your living space. What's nice about these is that they do have little patio areas in the back, so you do kind of have a semi-private area to do entertaining, eat outside. It's a cute little porch area off the back. And then, like we said, this is a 2-bedroom unit, 2-bathroom unit. So we kind of walk right into the primary. They put this really pretty barn door here to close it off instead of, like, I believe there was just like a slider type door here before. So this is the primary. It goes off into a separate little patio area that is only accessible through the primary bedroom. And it fits a lot of furniture in here, actually. This is a king-size bed, a little walkway through to the bathroom. It has a walk-in closet, which is nice, and then a big, giant, like upgraded shower that they put in here. Granite countertops, nice sink. You can tell that they did a lot in this unit. There's kind of like a little bar area here. I'd probably use it for like a coffee area mostly. And then there's the second bathroom, full bathroom and bedroom. The bathroom is accessible through the bedroom and through the hallway, which is great because if you have people visiting or guests, you can access the bedroom or the bathroom through this direction instead of it just being closed off into something. Like you're not walking into somebody's bedroom to use the bathroom. Okay, so that is pretty much the entire place. However, a lot of the people in here will use these spaces as rental spaces, rental income. That is kind of what these look like on the inside. They're really quaint, they're cute, we like them. Let's go talk more about Sea Mist.
All right, so let me just tell you a couple things about these units. So this one is semi-updated. There's some older carpet. There's some nice backsplash behind the primary bed and on the walls behind the TV. They do have new floors. The kitchen's decent. I'm actually showing this property tomorrow from a couple that has been watching all of our videos. It's actually extremely interesting because I don't think so often that how many people watch our videos, but then I get on Zooms with people and they tell me, oh, well, they know this and they know this. And I start telling them about specific places. Hey, what are you looking for? What do you like? And they start talking. I'm like, oh, this place would be really good. And they're like, oh, we saw that video where you did this and this. We saw that video where you did this and this. And I thought, what a great opportunity to show Seawoods and Sea Mist. You hear it called both things from people that live here. Seawoods, Sea Mist. We're going to be looking at this unit tomorrow. So I thought, what a great opportunity for me to come in a day before, check out the unit. These places rent like crazy. This is a great opportunity for full-time living for somebody because they are nice, quaint. The neighborhood is quiet, it's totally mature with trees and things like that. Walk across the street to the ocean. But if you want a second home or an investment property, Sea Mist and Seawoods rents out like crazy. About $3,200 a month. I was in here a few months ago for some renters, Joe and Sue, that were in here for 6 months, and they were renting for the negotiated discounted rate of $2,800 a month for 6 months to live in here. They were snowbirds, loved it, ton of amenities. Let's check out the amenities today, but I just wanted to talk about the rental is anywhere between probably $2,500 all the way up to $3,500 a month. You can only do minimum 1 week rentals in here, so you can't do Airbnb or VRBO. So HOA requires just a 1 week minimum rental time. Still, 1 week minimum rental, you get about $1,200 to $1,600 for a single week. So anyway, let's check out the rest of the amenities. Hope you enjoyed this unit.
Okay, so this is the unit that we just saw, and we're gonna walk across the street over here, the pool area. That's how close we are to the pool. And you can see like all around us just how it's so wooded back here. It's very nature-esque back here, and it's so quiet. You would never know. If I didn't tell you that we were in Florida right across the street from the beach, you would not know that. It is so nice over here. We're literally right next to A1A. It's just on the other side of us. So like, this is a really interesting area. It's almost like a preservation, honestly. The elementary school is actually, so if A1A is right here on the other side of us, behind me on that side of the neighborhood is the elementary school. There were kids, actually one of our daughter's best friends lived back here in Seawoods, and she would walk to school because I mean it is right on the other side of us here, and it's really quiet and safe back here. So if you have younger kids and you're looking to put them in elementary school, I mean it is right on the other side of us, and that's cool. And you wouldn't even know. It sounds crazy to think that like elementary school is right there and you would think it would be loud, but it's not. So this is the pool area. So this is one of 3 pools that's on the property. One of the 3 pools on this property is also heated, but this one is the main pool for this area, and it's got a little covered patio to it. It's got lounge chairs. It is nice over here. This deck can be utilized for different things. And then behind here, let me take this, behind Matt over here. Of course.
Well, let's talk about
his favorite thing.
Let's talk about the tennis. We got some tennis courts down here. So I do want to talk about property too, as Rachel was saying, with all the maturity on the trees and things like that. This property is over 55 acres. So that is huge. It is on A1A. It's on the 44th block of South Atlantic Avenue. So we are 1 block away from the school. And then we're probably a 7-minute drive to Flagler Avenue, probably 5-minute drive to Publix, to probably a 12-minute drive to Canal Street. You're in the middle of it. There are several private entrances to the beach, crossover wall crossovers that people have access to in Seawoods and Sea Mist. So again, you saw when I was filming Rachel, I saw more bikes ride by, e-bikes ride by than I did cars ride by. So this is a great community for that. But we got tennis courts here. My favorite thing in the world other than my wife and my child is tennis. And here it is. Hard courts, not so bad. Move to Seawoods or Sea Mist, whatever. Let's get an invite. Let's hit. Let's swing. Let's play.
There's a board here that also has like the different community things that are happening here. So they have like a bingo night, a shuffleboard night, card night, and obviously contacts and stuff. This is a community that is a close-knit community as well. There's definitely a lot that goes on here. It's not going to be like some of the other condominium complexes or places like Margaritaville, but it's definitely a social community, especially considering how close we are to the beach.
Well, and the price points are $350,000 to maybe $600,000 on a fully renovated place, but to be able to be this close to the ocean and have this kind of property with walking trails and biking trails and the seclusion style, be able to walk to the beach, you know, be able to have, I mean, we were looking at a villa. I mean, there's nobody above you, nobody below you. That's a really nice thing to have. And the rental potential, again, is phenomenal. People rent here all the time. There are full-time owners, of course, but
rental potential is amazing over here. And also the renovation potential for yourself or for rentals is great too.
Yes, we got the main pool area here and the rental office, which does some of the rentals. Of course, you can rent through anybody that you want to if you owned here, but they do have a rental office that does rentals for you and probably has a big pool of people. A lot of places have that, and they're a little bit cheaper to go through the manager's office rather than go through a third party, but third party charges a little bit more, but they probably do a little bit more for you as well. So kind of like figuring out what's best for you. But we got our main pool here. You can see our 2-story condos in the background here. These actually are a little bit larger units. They run anywhere between 1,200 and 1,600 square feet. So they're around the corner, but we didn't drive back past them. But I have looked in those units before and showed them too. Those are normally not nearly as renovated, so you can get some pretty good deals, but have a lot to work with on those. So
the last clip that we just saw of the second pool has the manager's office in it. That's not the main clubhouse. This one is the actual main clubhouse for Seawoods. It also has the third pool. It also has tennis courts back here. So we're gonna walk back here. I know that's not favorite. So we'll walk by so you can kind of see. Up here is your clubhouse area. The pool area, it also has a covered space so that you can relax and lounge. This is definitely the most active pool on the whole property. And then you've got two hardcourt tennis courts back here as well. And there are people playing tennis on them right now. I know this is Matt's favorite part of the whole property, but they're really, really nice and really well maintained. And also, the reason people love Seawoods is its accessibility to the beach. Look how close we are. Remember we were talking about how we're right off of A1A and you would never even know it back here because it's so quiet. There it is. That's literally the other side of the street is the beach. This is the main drag for Seamus, is we're on Seamus Drive. So over here is your clubhouse, your tennis courts, the third pool, which is the most active pool. Literally steps away from that is the private walkway over to the ocean, to the beautiful Atlantic Ocean. So we're gonna take this trail and show you how close you are to the beach from here. Oh, there's some of those 2-story condos that Matt was talking about. They're a little bit larger than the one that we were in, the villas, but also might need a little more updating than the villas do. And because it's so heavily wooded, it's not hot, even though it is super hot in Florida right now. This pathway is not hot.
oh, there's a tortoise friend.
Hi, go for tortoise.
Out hanging around.
Yep.
Interesting, right next to the green turtle.
Yeah. The pathway that goes right out to the beach. They really do have a good beach access right here. These are also really cool, but the price point on these are way, way different. But really cool. Look how nice. And we're here. That was a very short walk to get over to the beach. This half of the beach in New Smyrna is a non-drivable beach as well. So it ends kind of more towards Flagler, but this is the non-drivable beach side. So you're not gonna see a bunch of cars and stuff down here. It's very family friendly down here because there's no cars. But I mean, look at this. Who doesn't wanna live across the street from the ocean? I do, but we'd love to have you as a neighbor.
All right, so we hope you enjoyed the tour of Seamist/Seawoods, call it whatever you want. I don't care. You call me and say either one of those things and I'll know what you're talking about. So hope you enjoyed the tour. We got an opportunity to look at a great villa. Really no neighbors except the one connected at the north. Nobody above you, nobody below you. It was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,066 square foot place that was listed for $410,000. We got to look at the property and the mature trees and how developed it is. Again, Seamist is built starting from 1983 all the way up to 1988. Very well taken care of, very mature. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Listen, we get phone calls, emails, text messages, Zoom invites every day from people like you wanting to move to this. So whether it be 2 days, 20 days, or 200 days, let us know. We'd love to help you move to Seamist/Seawoods, have opportunities to have resort-style living and amenities, have a second home, have a primary residence, or have just an income-producing property. Until next time, thanks so much.